Lazy Sunday! What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug. Welcome back to the road to WrestleMania in SmackDown vs. Raw 2010 on the Xbox 360. I do believe that Mr. McMahon is giving a speech, and it is time to go interrupt that speech. So, shall we?
Sounds like Vince is on cloud 9. I should bring him down to earth. Maybe I'll just take a stroll to the production booth and see if we can't make his boring speech a little more entertaining.
Now, Vince is always entertaining, even when he's trying not to be. Because he's Vince by God McMahon. You will show some respect, Mega Magazine.
When you're as successful as I am, you're used to being honored. You're used to having people say they admire you. Nevertheless, it is with great pride that I accept the title of Mega's Man of the Year
Mega Man.
Mega Magazine.
Mega Man.
It's a well-respected publication that obviously has great taste. In the Mega Magazine cover story about me...
What?
Which is a great read, by the way.
Vince. I drew a circle. He didn't like that.
Somebody back there is about this close to getting fired.
Fired.
Now then.
How would he even see that? Is there a monitor for him on the hard camera? Like, how would that...
It details the struggles I endured
to turn a regional business into a billion-dollar global
phenomenon.
My voice.
That's not funny. I'm the Man of the Year, damn it.
Damn it. Alright. I can dig that.
Now then. Where was I? Oh, yes. I'm not overstating things when I say that all the success WWE has achieved has been through my hard work and sheer determination alone.
Oh. I drew a line. It's so offensive.
Somebody back there is about this close to getting fired.
Oh no. Kevin Dunn. I'm coming for you. It wasn't me, it was Kevin Dunn. Vince is pissed.
Thank you for tuning into Raw, live from Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh no.
Sure wasn't too happy about
That's got to be Kane.
his speech last week. While the culprit wasn't fired, he may go up in flames tonight, as he'll be facing Kane in an infernal match.
Yay.
I want you to know what I'm going to do to you tonight. It's nothing personal. Sending people to hell is just what I do for a living.
Or what you did for a living, as you are soon to be the mayor of Knox County. Anyway, I still think it's weird that I don't know who I'm fighting at WrestleMania, considering I won the Royal Rumble. That's unusual, but okay, sure, fine, whatever.
Vince needs to know that I can stand the heat. I should let the temperature get up to 500 degrees at least 4 times before I put Kane out of his misery.
Oakley dokley. Optional goal. Max the temp out 4 times. I think I could do that. Maybe. We'll see. Anyhow, welcome to this fine Sunday here on the program. Backlash is this evening, and it should prove most interesting as the first co-branded pay-per-view of the modern era, because obviously it happened before. Anyway, there was a rumor going around about the main event of Backlash being Roman and Joe. And that, look, I can understand. If you look at the website on WWE.com and you see the match listings, the first match listed is that match over the actual world title match, which should never happen. And to be fair, last year at Mania, the show closed with Roman and Taker. And I can kind of give you a little bit of a buy on that one because it is The Undertaker and it is WrestleMania. But this is obviously not WrestleMania. There is no stipulation. There is no title. There is nothing. It is literally a regular match between Roman and Joe. Under no circumstances should that match close the show. Unless you want to keep saying that your belts aren't as important as your championships aren't as important as Roman Reigns. If that's what you're saying, then you've got some messed up priorities, if you will. Because otherwise, why have world titles? If the world title's not closing the show, then why even have it? Now, I have heard they've come to their senses, and that is not the case. That Nakamura and AJ should close the show, but again, It's Vince McMahon, and he changes his mind whenever he damn well feels like it. So we'll see in a couple of hours. We shall see what match closes the show. But under no circumstances should that match close the show. It should be your world title. Anyway, as we are almost done with this particular game, I have a question for you fine folks out there watching who might know more than I would. I was looking at the prices for 2011, right? The price for the version on 360 is twice as high as on the PS3. So the question is, if you've played both, is the PS3 version that much worse than on 360? Because there's no point in paying twice the price if it's just a small, minor, visual difference. If you guys know, or if you have any videos out there that would show a big difference, leave them in the links, leave them in the comments, and let me know, because obviously, gonna have to buy that pretty soon. Now, I do have 12 and 13, both on PS3, because I just happen to have them. I bought 13 a couple years back for like $5. We did an episode of Pixels on that, so, I don't know. Wow, slow motion. Wow, slow motion. Like, not even intentional. Like, that's just frame rate issues with Inferno matches. Just frame rate issues. Good God almighty, it is super hot in here. Anyway, let me know, is the PS3 version that much worse than 360? If I don't have to spend the extra, then I'm not going to, basically. Anyway, moving on. So I think we got some interesting implications for your main event for SmackDown at Backlash tonight, because there are different ways that could go, right? You could have AJ retain, and then, hey, perhaps he fights Joe, perhaps he fights Cena, perhaps he fights Randy Orton, right? But if Nakamura wins, A, you could have Joe interfere and set up a triple threat between AJ, Nakamura, and Joe. B, if AJ wanted some time off to perhaps heal up some nagging injuries, you have a good excuse in the fact that the match is no DQ, right? And that could kind of further a kayfabe injury because it was a no DQ match, right? Also, I would say if AJ has, a month or two off, and Nakamura was your heel champion, I think a first good contender for that title would be Daniel Bryan, right? But you wouldn't have him win it, only because that's the perfect time to have Bryan in a main event, match for the world title, and then who costs him that win? Who's out there making sure he does not win that belt? The Miz. And then that furthers that whole thing between Daniel Bryan and The Miz. I suppose we also have the question of the fact that when they actually put Almas on SmackDown, is he mid-card or is he immediately main event? I think that is also a very good question, if you will. So, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, they certainly have a lot of interesting combinations they could be putting on their main event on SmackDown. And I'm very curious to see where it goes in the future. Anyway, again, I'm just going to beat up Kane here for as long as I feel like talking, essentially. Which is not too much longer, to be honest. Gonna show Vince who the man is here. Who's the man? Anyhow. So yes, here's hoping that they do the right thing, and your main event of Backlash is AJ and Nakamura for the world title. That makes the most sense. So, that's what they should do. Will they? I guess we'll find out in a couple of hours. But otherwise, looking at Backlash, man, there is no tag team titles being defended. There's no cruiserweight belt being defended. This is the problem of the co-branded pay-per-view, is your mid-card goes to die. Because you've only got so many hours on the show, so many matches on the show, and that becomes a serious issue, if you will. So there is that bit of beardness. Anyway, I'm going to hit here one more time to hit 500. Hit 500 one more time. And then take care of the big red machine. One more. One more, Kane. One more. Salt shaker in the heat. If you can't take it, get out the kitchen, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor. That's gotta hurt. He's right next to the fire. Right next to the fire. Woo! Basement drop kick. Baby. It occurs to me that I don't know how to win this match.
Here we go. Irish whip.
So that's going to be a problem. There we go. There we go. You're done, Kane. You're done, Kane. Woo! Good guy is on fire. Put him out. Put him out.
The big red monster found himself in the fire. The only thing hotter than those flames.
That wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen. He's on fire legit.
WrestleMania is less than 2 weeks away. Plenty of
there you go. There you go.
Tricks up the German sleeve. So long from Charleston.
Poor Kane. 3rd-degree burns. What are you gonna do? Bonus unlock. RSC special story. What is this? Santino is just too entertaining to confine to the road to WrestleMania. You have just unlocked a special pre-made story designer story starring him. I might have to play that. I just might have to play that.
You're watching Raw live and in front of a raucous spring break crowd in Daytona
Spring
Beach,
break.
Florida. I'm feeling pretty raucous myself, Michael. After all, WrestleMania is only 6 days away. With his win in the Royal Rumble match, we can only assume Raw's newest superstar will take on World Heavyweight Champion John Cena at WrestleMania. You should know better than to assume anything, Michael, especially in WWE.
I mean, but I won the Rumble, so I would assume I would fight the World Champion at WrestleMania. That's how it works, right? Oh, good God. Here we go.
Who do you think you are? Showing your face around here after what you pulled?
Don't you remember? I'm your Intercontinental Champion.
That doesn't give you any right to barge.
Yeah, whatever. Speaking of rights, since I won the Royal Rumble, I believe I have the right to main event at WrestleMania.
That's how it works.
You do what I let you do, because I'm your boss.
Right. So as I was saying, I get to main event WrestleMania. But I don't want John Cena.
So, you want to jump to SmackDown?
Not a bad idea. But I'd rather take on you.
But
Be careful what you wish for. I've been itching to teach you a lesson since day one. Then you've got it. You and me at WrestleMania. If you can pass one more hurdle tonight.
Great. I knew you'd see it my way.
well, all right then. I don't know that many men would pass up an opportunity to fight for the world titles to fight Vince, but I guess that's what we're gonna do. So there is that.
Did my ears tell me a lie? Did you actually tell Mr.
Yeah,
McMahon
see?
you don't want
He knows.
a world heavyweight title shot at WrestleMania? I knew you weren't very smart, but now I wonder if I caused you to have brain damage when I was smacking you around.
Seriously. You could fight Vince any time of the year, but WrestleMania is only once a year. Anyway, I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos every day. See you next time, right here on this channel. And I'm out.